Alright guys, I want to share something with you. A local friend brought these to me. Okay, I'm not going to mention his name because I don't know if he wants me to or not, but he's got a guy making these for him. See how small the hook is on these? And these are 1/16, these are 1/32. Now I'm going to put these in my little hook batch. I got a little hook pack back there. I've been using the Bobby Garland baits for this little critter bait. Okay, so we're going to get one of these out here. This might be one of the small videos, okay, 1 minute videos. I told you we're going to make 2 minute videos, whatever. The small video guys will just promote the channel. Okay, now look how little that is. And he told me what size hook this is. I think it's an 8. And he's get a guy, he said they're expensive, the guy especially pouring them for him. Okay, now what we're going to put on that, we're going to put, alright, these are still hooked to mama, guys. This is the 2-inch cricket. This is an 1.5-inch cricket. I call the little one the bug. I just call it the bug. That's what these are made for. He's a small bait fisherman. Okay, and I've been sitting here on this dock. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've been sitting here on this dock, and I done caught some crappie off of it, making a pour to catch, and I just switched. See how it fits that perfect? Fits it perfect. And I've been sitting there catching one almost every cast with this little bug on a different bait. So I said, this is a good time to try his. Now I was using a pink one. We'll try here and again in a minute. That I made was actually, it's purple. This is the one I was casting them on. I know it looks pink. I'm gonna call it pink, but it's a drop of purple with some blue highlight, and that's the color it came out to. They've been eating that up. Now, this is why I carry my jig heads. If y'all have never heard me mention it before, and these are the ones Lamar gave me. Okay, they're nice, aren't they? He made those and sent those to me. He's a subscriber. I've had different subscribers send me stuff, guys. It's nice of y'all. Appreciate it. Dave Morgan sends me stuff. Okay, that's why I got this. Y'all notice this nice thing on my hat. This hook clip. He sent that to me from Oregon. He have sent me some baits. I haven't used the baits he sent me because I just hadn't had time. I hadn't had time to try to make ported catches. I have to use them on a fun video. Excuse me. Guys, pollen is awful. Y'all probably can see it on my boat. Now, he sent me his like this that I'm going to try to work into a video. But what I do is, this pocket right here, all the collars have been cut off of. That's 1/32, 1/16. These are odd jigs, okay? These are jigs like Jinko and stuff, okay? Then I have these all weedless jigs that I've made myself weedless. See? I've shared this, so I got a video how to make them weedless, guys. If I'm throwing tree tops and stuff, that's what I use. My boat's gonna hit the dock in a minute. I'm gonna have to get it moved. But anyway, that's how I sort my jigs. So I got a lot of different jig heads in here. All right, let me get this thing tied on, and we're gonna see if we can catch a fish on it. All right, I'm gonna tie it on to this rod right here. All right, this is what I'm gonna tie it on to. This video might be called jigs. Maybe at the end here I'll pull some of them out and share y'all what I get. And I made a comment to him last night. I want this guy's name. I like to put these on my webpage, start selling them. Some of y'all guys could be interested. I want some full size ones from him too. But he said they're not cheap, and I know that. And he doesn't paint any of them. But y'all, if you want to paint them, you can paint them yourself. Look, the paint doesn't mean anything to me. Y'all say I've been using a plain one anyway. I'd as soon not have them painted. If you can paint them, chartreuse. That's it. Yep, chartreuse is the only color I really care anything about. If I was going to paint them, they'd be chartreuse. And I've tried all colors. I think chartreuse or yellow. I like a bright yellow. This soon be anything. Besides that, black. You could just make them black. It's fine with me. Black or red. Red's fine too. I don't get into the color that much. I think the thing to do, guys, is find active fish. Now look, one. I just made a loop knot. See how I done it around my fingers? 2, 3. Oh, come on through there. I do it 3 times. Then I take the eye of the hook and hook the knot like that and hold it. That's how I pull it down. All right, Dennis, did you get you? What? And make sure you get enough line that you can grab it here. I short myself a little bit, guys. I got it. 2 pound test is touchy. Now pull it down to how big I want it. I like mine about a 1/2 inch to a 3/4 inch above the jig. that size, how much loop you leave doesn't make a difference. I like a little bigger loop. I take my scissors and whack her off, extra off. I'm ready to go. A loop knot is so easy to tie and fast. All right, now this being a little heavier, I was throwing a 1/48, so this is a 1/32. It's going to be easier to skip and get back. This being a little heavier, and I'm going to tell you right now, my live scope, I cut it off because my battery's about dead. I got to buy a battery, guys. It keeps on saying it's about dead, so I just cut it off. So I'm old school in here. There you go. Bam. Bam. Live action. I got 2-pound test, so I can't get rough. I got to let him wear yourself out there. And that's what's fun about using a light rod and 2-pound test. You've got, oh, it's some perch. You got to, no, it is crappie. When he turned in that water, he had an orange shine to him. Another one done that a while ago. Must be the color of the water and the way the sun's hitting the water right here. When they flopped there a couple times, he looked orangey looking. And he's about the size of a sun perch. He's probably 8 inches, 7.5. All right. And I netted him, guys, because I got this 2-pound test. All right, there you go. First cast with a little critter. All right, and that little hook, you think that little hook don't hold? There you go. He's not a bad one. He's a baby. He's about 8 inches. He's a youngster. He ain't a baby. He's a teenager. Insult him, call him a baby. All right, there's the rig. All right. Okay, guys, I'm gonna do a little outro for you on the jigs. I'll share it on the boat with you. This is that little 1.5-inch bait. Okay, see how that little jig fits it good, doesn't it? Okay. All right. Now, that don't fit that good, doesn't it? I don't even have it all the way up on here. All right. I know you're going like, well, Dennis. Well, I'm just trying to show you. That's why you got to have different jigs. Now, let me share with you for a second. That's why I got a jig box of different jigs in it. This is a nice big jig if you're using a nice thick body. If you're using a body like this, like the Stinger, okay, see, you can get by with that, or bigger. Some of the companies make 3-inch baits or bigger. You can get by with that, all right? Now, let me show you something. This is just a standard jig. Now, I put a weed guard on this. This is a size 2. See the difference in size? Okay, if I lay this in front of it, I'm going to try to make it hold it best I can. All right, see the difference how long it is too? You get a difference here. This is a 6. This is a 2. All right, now if you're going to use a big jig like I hear people say, oh, I want the big hook. Me and the guy was talking about this today. That's why I thought about this. That's why I've done this today. Now look, I can take this Stinger, I can put that on a 2 and get by with it. See, that's fine. I can get by with that. That'll work fine. And that's why I put a weed guard on the bigger ones. Here's my favorite size though. The size I was holding right here, this is a 6. All right? I know you think it looks small. But this, I'll show you why I like it. This is the size I really like. See? You still got plenty of hook sticking out. And it don't go clean to the back of the bait. That's plenty. All right? That's plenty of hook. And if you go to a bait like this is just a little fluke. Guys, I catch a lot of fish in this bait. The little fork tail. You take this 6. This 6 is perfect. You run it right down the center of it, out like that, bam. Okay? There's no one up on it. See that? That's plenty of hook. You wouldn't want this gray big old size 2. I laid it down. Don't even see it now. But anyway, might have fell on the floor. This is the 2 also. So you don't want that big old 2 on a skinny bait like that. Number 1, if you don't cut the barb off right, like I keep saying, you're going to bust the whole nose out of this little fluke. This willowtail, okay, is the same way. See how small the body is? You take and cut that lead barb out, this size 6. So what I'm sharing with you guys is match your bait to your hook. All right, it looks more natural. See there? That goes clean to the back of it. That's a 6. Well, that 2 would come way back here. All right, that's Mason's. Mason's texting me. He's ready to go eat at the Mexican restaurant. All right, so that's why you got to have different hooks. Then there's underspins like this. And see, this is a small underspin. This is, all right, see? That's a size 8. So I could take that one. I could put that little critter on it. I could put this fluke on that one. Match your hooks, what you're doing. This one has a rattle in it. All right, I've made videos using that, but it's got a good size hook. So I'm going to put a stinger on this or the tank shad. I don't have a tank shad laying here. I know it's some laying here somewhere, but I'm not going to hunt them up, guys. That's good for the tank shad, a bigger bait, all right? Now, this is a weedless head. This is a Charlie Brewer weedless. Now, if y'all look at my swim baits, catching crappie on swim baits, I was using this. And I'm using a 2.5-inch swim bait, all right? And I make it weedless. I put it on the weedless, and I throw it in treetops. And I'm going to make another one here shortly doing that. I don't have a swim bait mold. I have to use, I use the Kitex and the Rhythm Wave by Jackal. That's a good one too. The 2.5-inch one works fine for crappie. All right, and I use this weedless head, and I put it up on that notch and just bury that thing, just come out of the back of it, and I can throw it right up in the lay down tree, reel it right on back to it, guys. Okay, that's why I have a huge box like this I carry, and I have them divided in here baits. Also, I just picked this up. This is expensive. This is Gamakatsu. They're expensive. They're like $6 for 4 or 5. It's got a tungsten head. It's a 1/16. That's a good hook. I use them for open water. I don't throw them in a treetop. I use them for open water. When I'm catching crappie in the wintertime, from January, guys, I caught my first 2-pounder January 14th this year. We don't freeze over. Very, very seldom. From January to this time here till they spawn, I fish open water. Okay? I talked about this too online. I'm using line size. That's why I use mono and fluorocarbon. I fish open water. I don't need any heavier line than 4-pound test. Alright? So, that's Mason, guys. I'm sorry. So, I've got a variety of heads in here. I got the heads in here that Lamar sent me. A sub sent me these. He made them himself because he knows I don't like to cut the lead off. Okay? See this appeal head? I got a whole bunch of colors in those. So, if you're just getting started in crappie fishing, don't just buy one size jig head. Get you some 1/32, some 1/48, 1/32, and 1/16. The deeper you fish, the heavier jig head you need. If you're fishing shallow, if you're pitching under a boathouse, start with a 1/32. A 1/32, and I'm cutting this head off, so it's less than a 1/32. Okay, I'm cutting the lead holder off. A 1/32 is hard to beat. 4-pound test, you can throw it real easy. If you're skipping under docks, you need that 4-pound test. It'll skip easier than a heavier line. Okay? Hope that helps you. Match that jig and that hook size to your bait, guys. I see people down here fishing from the bank all the time. We have a bank area to fish from. I go down, I see most of you young kids learning to get started, and they'll have a little bait, and the bait is pushed on the bait that comes here, and the tail's barely hanging off. Can you catch fish with that? Yeah, you can still catch fish. But when you learn to present that bait better, you get more action out of the bait, okay? You're going to catch more fish. The lighter line you use when you're working a bait, if you're casting and working it, you get more action out of it. All right, guys, I hope that helped you. Just a little quick video I thought I would make on using jigs and jig sizes and about jigs, okay? Colors, I'm not going to get into colors. You see I have a variety of color. I will say this, that's my favorite color, chartreuse or yellow, a bright yellow, if you want to call it. That plain, I use plain a lot, okay? Plain's a color, I reckon, because it's silver. But that's hard to beat. And white or black. And if I had to go to another, I say red. But if you ain't buying but one color, just buy plain chartreuse. That's fine. Like I say, red would be the other one if I was going to buy another color, buy 3 colors. But I don't think color's that important. Chartreuse, you know, is just hard to beat for me anyway. If water's really clear, you have trouble getting chartreuse, use the silver. That's all what I'm going into it, guys. Hook size is more important than the color of the jig head, I think. If you get too big of a hook, you're taking away from your jig body. All right, guys, thank you so much. My name is Dennis. We'll see you next time on Fishing Lake Country. See ya.